brightest from across our state. The battle of red versus green is on. Welcome to the NMCA All-Star Game. Today, the best and the brightest from across our state battle it out for supremacy. So, red, green, how about a little Christmas on the field? The NMCA All-Star Games on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and at KSBPTV.com are presented by ENMU Portales, the New Mexico Department of Workforce Connection, Excel Energy, Roswell Ford, Roswell Nissan, Roswell Honda, the University of New Mexico, and Bobcat Auto. Now, here's your hosts, Scott Galletti and Joshua Grimes.
Welcome to Roswell, New Mexico, here at the Clarion Hotel. Their hospitality has been awesome, and we are looking forward to what should be a good game today. It is the red and green New Mexico High School Coaches Association All-Star Games. And right now we are with one of the head coaches, and that is Jeff Dalton from Farmington. Your team had a fine season, undefeated until losing in the semifinals, and your quarterback actually gets to be a part of this.
Yeah, it was we had a great time with a great group of seniors, and we're excited to just, celebrate a great season with these players. And we were fortunate enough to get 4 players down here, one of them being our quarterback, and it's just really neat deal that the High School Coaches Association did and kind of changed things up a little bit, and we're excited about it.
I'm glad that you brought up the changing things up, because I need to ask you, how much better for this game is it that they moved the game to right after the finals? They moved the finals up, actually. This is actually the week the finals used to be.
Yeah, I think it worked out. I don't think that was necessarily a plan originally, but it just kind of worked out that way. And let's let these kids keep playing football while they're mentally into that mindset. And football's a lot safer and just a lot better when you're in football mode, for sure.
Yeah, that's a for sure thing. And the other thing I got to ask you about this is, when you had it in the summer, it was almost going into the next season. Some kids had to go to school. Some kids had to work out with their teams, and they weren't able to play in this game. So this allows a lot of players that maybe wouldn't have been able to play to play.
Yeah, it sure seems that way. It feels like, even when they had just a few days notice, once they were selected, most of the kids were registered right away, and they're here. We're probably missing a couple, but in past years, you didn't know if you were going to have all the linemen show up,
right.
And you just have to scramble around, and I think it's going to make for a good deal, just having all the kids registered and here.
Jeff Dalton, the head coach of Farmington High, the head coach of the green team on the large schools. Break down real quickly your players' offense and defense, who you have, and some of the guys that stand out.
Oh man, we're on our second day with these guys, and you might still know a kid as hey, Los Lunas, make sure you get your read or something like that. So we're still learning a lot of names. I mean, it's 40 new kids that you've been around for 48 hours. But I'll tell you what, we had a lot of experience with playing some of these great players during the season, and a couple Artesia kids that gave us a tough time, and Zayden Lopez and Jake Barrera. I'm getting to coach both of those guys on the offensive side of the ball, and gosh, what fantastic kids. And you got Nathan Lopez from Cibola that's going to be playing some slot receiver, and just some big linemen that we're not used to seeing all the time up in the four corners. Just some good go-getter O-linemen, and heck of a defense. The Fuentes kid from Carlsbad, what a phenomenal athlete. He's out at corner for us on defense, and and I wish I could give you more names off the top of my head, but just a phenomenal group of kids, and I think most coaches believe that good people are what end up making good football players, and this is just a testament to that. These are just great kids to be around, and they have great personalities, and they work hard.
Yeah, real quickly on the personalities, just getting here last night, getting to see some of the personalities out of these kids off and on the field.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I think it's pretty typical, and most coaches would tell you that players that make it through 4 years of high school football, they're pretty special kids. And when you have some that achieve something like making an all-star game, they're the elite out of those. I feel like every football player who sticks it out and commits to this thing for 4 years, it's not an easy thing to do in this day and age, and they have so many other things they could be doing, and they choose to commit to a football team, and these are the best of the best out of all those kids, and that have shown that commitment and shown respect for the game of football, and they love hanging out with guys they've been rivals with for 4 years, and getting to know each other, and coaches they've coached against. They have no idea what you're like, and you realize you have way more in common than you thought.
Well, Coach, want to thank you so much. Best of luck here in the ballgame.
All right, thanks, and thank you guys for being here to support these kids and get it out there.
That's Jeff Dalton, the head coach of Farmington. He's the head coach of the green team. We'll have Cal Fullerton, the head coach of the red team, coming up here on the All-Star Game.
Fellow New Mexicans, the Department of Workforce Solutions and the Workforce Connection Centers are your one-stop resource for a multitude of career and education-related benefits. Feel free to visit or call any of the centers around the state or connect with us online at dws.state.nm.us or at our new community-based site, Ready New Mexico. You can also call the Ready New Mexico hotline at 800-303-3599 to connect with the many resources available for employers, such as recruitment and hiring assistance, hiring incentives, and programs to offset the cost of training. You can start an apprenticeship program, or let us help you facilitate trainings to onboard new staff or promote retention to strengthen your business. For our job seekers, our services include training and education assistance, career readiness, including resume preparation and soft skills and interview readiness, as well as guidance on turning a job fair into a career opportunity. New Mexico Workforce gives priority of service to our veterans, offering many services, and promotes the Hire Vets First initiative. Are you a healthcare worker or an early childhood educator in search of a new opportunity? We've partnered with 46 different hospitals and medical centers across the state, and our early childhood education and care department has many internships and career opportunities available. If you are seeking assistance with tuition or a short-term credential, let our WIOA program help you. When an employer posts their position with us, we do all we can to promote and fill that position quickly. One way is by featuring your position on our weekly Hot Jobs video. And finally, for our job seekers who are eager to apply to one or more of the thousands of positions around the state, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, contact a center with the position number that you're interested in. Work with a career consultant to be referred, and then apply and follow up with that career consultant so that we can help you land the career of your dreams. Would you like to brush up on your skills? Please attend one of our resume, interview skills, or soft skills classes today. You can register online at dws.state.nm.us/workshops. Thank you, New Mexico. Together, we are workforce strong.
Welcome back here to Roswell, New Mexico, the Clarion Hotel, as we get set for the All-Star Game. Red and green this time this year. It is the New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game, and with me right now, the coach of the red team, Cal Fullerton. He's from Clovis High School, and I'll tell you what, Cal, these kind of games are fun in itself, but having it the week that normally this would be Championship Saturday, yeah. They moved that up. They moved the season up, and now we're having the All-Star Game during football season. How excited are you about that part?
It's extremely excited. These kids are still in football shape. You get most of these kids that get nominated to come to this are all here. They're all excited. We've had a great 3 days. Got to meet a lot of kids that are all-stars, man. Not only in football but in school and in life, and just some of the best kids we've been around in a really, really long time as a whole group.
In terms of the kids on your team, I know you're just getting to know a lot of these kids, but how many of them do you already know well about? Because you play a lot of these schools.
Yes, sir. Yeah, plenty. I got to know a lot of them very well this year. We played against La Cueva, who was a semifinal team, and went into overtime with Rio Rancho, and we got 3 guys from their defense that really stuck out to me during the season, and they have not disappointed me these last 2 days, man. They are special. Got some kids from Rio Rancho that are special. I tell you what, there's not a kid out there that can't play. It's fun when you go out there as a coach, so-called coach, and tell a kid what to do, and it gets done right the very first time because he's an all-star and he already knows what to do and how to do it. Right. In terms of what you're planning on doing in the game, do you have a plan, or are you just kind of playing it by ear? We've got a little bit of a plan. We like you said, we know a lot of these kids. We know what their strengths are, some of their weaknesses, so try to stay away from what some of the weaknesses are. But, we got 2 quarterbacks that can sling it. We got both those same quarterbacks can run the football. We got 3 really good running backs. And I tell you what, our receivers are unbelievable. And then you get to the offense and defensive line and just massive and great feet and strong, and so you can be able to throw the ball, run the ball. These kids can do whatever you ask them to do.
I asked Coach Dalton the same question I'm going to ask you in terms of just getting to know these kids, seeing them around the hotel and just kind of getting to know what knuckleheads they are. Yeah. How fun has that been? Because it's been a lot of fun for me.
It is. Last night we went and ate, and while we were waiting on our food and stuff, I stopped at every table and talked to each kid. And it's crazy the stuff that you learn in a short amount of time, and how open these kids are and accepted they are of you and appreciative they are of you. We obviously didn't buy their meal. It was the New Mexico High School Coaches Association, but I don't think there was not a one that didn't come up and say, "Thank you, Coach, we appreciate it." That speaks volumes from their coaches, their families. Just great, wonderful kids to be around.
Cal Fullerton, the head coach of Clovis, the head coach of the Red team. One more question, Coach. What do you know about the Green team?
A little bit, So we got some of the guys that are on our team. Some of their teammates are on their team. We got 2 kids from Farmington that played for Coach Dalton. Every time we run something, he runs back to the huddle and says, "Coach, this is what we called that in Farmington." I'm like, okay, I'm with you. But it's been a blast, and a great coaching staff over there at Farmington, and the guys he brought. What a great season they had, and they're moving up to 6A and got something really special brewing over in that part of the state. So, there's really good football all around this state, and I'm proud to be here. I'm proud of our coaches. It just means a ton to get this honor to coach these kids.
Well, Cal, thank you very much for the time. Have fun today.
We will. Thank you.
That's Cal Fullerton, the head coach of the Red team, and we are getting ready. We will come back to the Wool Bowl in just a moment.
High school head coach is Stephen Castile.
And we are here at the Wool Bowl for the large school all-star game today.
Yes, we are, and you just had a player from your school being introduced. That was kind of cool. Scott Coletti along with Josh Grenier, the athletic director coordinator at Belen High School, also with NM Preps. And why don't you tell the folks a little bit about your player?
Yeah, I was excited right now. I had to give a clap right here in the booth for Rhodey Jacquez from Belen. He was an outstanding player for us this season. Led the state in sacks, I believe, for our classification, and just an outstanding athlete, and kind of testament to our new head coach, Andrew McCraw, as well. So he bought into what Coach McCraw's doing, and it's a testament of how well he played this season, and he's here at the All-Star game this year.
No, it should be a good one here. It's the large schools, red and green, and we will go over the players here for the red. Ian Lopez out of Centennial, one of the quarterbacks. Daniel Ayala out of West Mesa. He is the other one. Running backs, Jose Montoya out of Mayfield, Braxton Hall out of Ruidoso, and Aiden St. John out of El Dorado. Had a chance to see him play a few times, and he is outstanding.
Yes. What we're going to see, too, what I'm excited to see, too, is Ian Lopez and Daniel from West Mesa. There's some other quarterbacks that weren't here today, so it's just a testament how well these two quarterbacks played this season.
Unfortunately, Caden Valdez of Volcano Vista not here. Isaac Hinson, a receiver out of Lovington, as he had 207 yards passing, 14 of 22, and had 25 carries, 259 yards, and was an outstanding receiver as well, and had 727 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns along of 60. That is Isaac Hinson of Lovington. Diego Nunez out of Goddard, had a chance to see him play 4 games this year, and he is a good one for a team that was a running team.
Yeah, and we're actually in for a treat too. And we talked about this in the small school game. Was we saw players that are listed that were picked as, say, a secondary player. And what I'm kind of going to hit at here is Lovington had some outstanding athletic wide receiver core, and I see a few of them that look like they were picked as one as a kicker, one as a secondary. And you mentioned Isaac Hinson from Lovington. That receiver core was outstanding. I mean, one of the best 1-2-3 options. And you mentioned Hinson starting there for the red team, the Mexico red team. As this year we have the red and green.
The other young man from Mayfield, Cameron Sowards, had a chance to see him play against Goddard. He's a good wide receiver. And Seth Chavez out of Centennial. For the green team, quarterback Brandon Furby out of Farmington, playing for his head coach Jeff Dalton. Dallas Boyd out of Las Cruces, a good one as well. Receivers Nathan Lopez out of Cibola, he is outstanding. 88 catches, 1,216 yards, 14 touchdowns. Also 8 carries, 75 yards and a score. Patrick Shea out of Farmington, 26 receptions, 569 yards in 8 games, 9 touchdowns. And Tristan Ludi Herrera out of Bernalillo, not sure if he's in the game, but he was a good one. 51 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 9 TDs. Dalton Spies, good one out of Sandia, 39 catches, 658 yards. And Jeremiah Hartzell out of Los Alamos, 43 catches, 578 yards, and 6 touchdowns. The running backs, Jake Barrera out of Artesia, 110 carries, 708 yards in 5 games. Marco Ibarra out of St. Pius X, 254 carries, 1,497 yards. And Zach Thomas out of Kirkland Central. Here comes the kickoff as we are underway. The green will get the ball first, and the run back will go to about the 30-yard line, and not much there as that is returned to about the 30. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Not sure if we got who the receiver was.
Fortunately, I wasn't able to see the number on that one.
The names that we did for the smaller school. Green team is going to be the Green Machine today.
So the Green Machine.
The Raging Red.
Green Machine and the Raging Red once again.
30-yard line.
We're going to see quarterback Brandon Furby. I got to see him a lot before when he was at Grants before transferring over to Farmington. So I've seen him since his freshman season up close.
First and 10. He hands the ball off to his running back and running strong to the near side. And that will go out of bounds. Marco Ibarra out of St. Pius, who has outstanding speed.
Brandon Furby out of Farmington High School.
Brandon Furby, the quarterback.
Big run by number 25.
81 out of 112 27, 1,328 yards, 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, along of 80.
For another green machine. First down.
So first down, Green. Ibarra is the running back. Here's a toss along the near sideline. That is a catch beautifully, as that was caught by Tayden Lopez out of Artesia.
Number 24. Artesia Bulldogs, Tayden Lopez. Lopez gets good for another green machine. First down.
So that was 22 yards. There's a little flip that goes out of the backfield. Barrera out of Artesia, and he will be hog-tied down at around the 32-yard line. So that will be a gain of a couple, 3 to be exact.
Artesia Bulldogs take Barrera. Barrera good for 4 yards. Second down and 6.
Back to pass Furby. He's going to fire it. Got a man towards the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown. Touchdown. Patrick Shea, his teammate at Farmington.
Patrick Shea out of Farmington, New Mexico.
You can tell they've thrown each other passes before.
You can tell that connection happened more than once this season.
Right?
And which we kind of talked about in the small school game. It took a while for the quarterback and receivers and running backs to get to know each other. That connection already knew each other.
They knew each other big time, and it is a big touchdown right off the get-go. 32-yard pass, and it comes less than a minute to go. The point after is up, and it is good by Tyler Wilson, Albuquerque Academy kicker. 11:04 to go here in the first quarter of play. We have a score already, 7-0. Green team over the red. The New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
At Excel Energy, we're going carbon-free by 2050. We'll use the energy of the wind and the sun, but other things too. All kinds of energy, all the energy. Belief, possibility, and you. Your energy supercharged by a bajillion, million, zillion volts of optimism. You, us, together for a carbon-free future.
And we are back here at the Wool Bowl. It looks like green team is going to be kicking to the red team. We have 11:04 to go in the first, so we just started here, and we already have a score by the green team.
I like it when you do those openings there. Scott Coletti along with Josh Grenier. He's an athletic coordinator. He just steps right in and starts talking as the kickoff return to the 26, and doing a great job, by the way. It's fun working with you. And
you know, it's a new spot for me. I'm used to being on the computer behind the computer behind the screen.
Right.
So now it's fun to get a call game. I've called a few games, basketball games. So this is actually one of my first football games I've ever called.
Nice.
Very good. First down. First and 10, Raging Red at their own 26-yard line.
Big touchdown pass to a teammate. And not a teammate on this one. Here you go with the end around as the ball goes to the near side. Good run by Chance Carrillo out of Farmington. We've seen a lot of Farmington here, and this is the other team. Cal Fullerton coaching a Farmington player. That's the cool thing about this red and green game, is that you can have teammates, and Farmington obviously making it to the semifinals where they fell at the Bulldog Bowl against Artesia, and it was very interesting that they can play against each other. We had a brother against brother combo playing in the first game, and this time we got receivers playing against each other. There's a handoff to Jose Montoya out of Mayfield, and he gets all the way up to midfield, a gain of about 16 on the play. talk about the slightest hole, and he just had a quick burst of speed.
And we've seen that a few times this season from him. I can recall a game where against Deming, and he was breaking down the middle too.
Right.
Montoya brought down by number 32 out of Santa Fe High School, Martil Mora. That's going to be good for another Raging Red first down.
Got a lot of no huddle going in this game already. And the keeper, this is Daniel Ayala out of West Mesa. A good run as he gets inside the 40 to about the 39. 11-yard run. Quarterback Ayala.
The keeper, Ayala, quarterback out of West Mesa High School. Taking the ball down to the 39-yard line. That's going to be good for another Raging Red first down.
First and 10. Give this to Montoya out of Mayfield. Montoya, who already had a 16-yard run. Gains a couple there, 3 to be exact. 7-0 the green team with the lead. Red team coming back. They have Ian Lopez and Daniel Ayala. Ayala getting a start at quarterback. Number 7 out of West Mesa. His running back out of Mayfield, Jose Montoya. 2 receivers to either side. The lights are on, but not even close to taking effect yet here at 3:40 p.m. Mountain Time. Game starting a little late because of the first game being long. Montoya on the screen and being caught there. Outstanding tackle was made by Tyler Martinez out of Volcano Vista High School. Made that fine play.
On the play brings up a third down and 11. On the reception and run, Jose Montoya.
And back to pass Ayala. Ayala's going to be rushed. Ayala's going to be spun around and hit and sacked. Rhodey Jacquez out of Belen. I think you know this guy.
There we go for a Belen boy, loyal and true. That's what they say there in Belen.
88, Rhodey Jacquez out of Belen.
Loss of 6 on that one.
And Jacquez with the sack.
On the play, bringing up a fourth down, 17.
And as I mentioned, he led the state in sacks in our classification, and that was.
Well, he leads the game in sacks right now. Time's going to be called. Flag thrown on the play, and we'll get the call. Either we have a new official or this official isn't mic'd up.
Yeah, I'm just watching that clock right there.
Well, I guess he is mic'd up because now his mic's on. Go figure. Oh, he's mic'd up now. Well, we'll see how this goes. 4th and 22 at the 49. Back to pass, and being sacked again is Ayala. Ayala's going to lose more yardage on another sack.
Quarterback sack by number 10, Roger Cairo Gonzalo Garcia. Garcia's sack gets the ball back to the green machine on the turnover. and 10. Green Machine.
First and 10 at the 45. Green team with the ball. Little flare pass goes to the right side, and that's running room. As that will get to about the 41. As on the reception, that was number 18.
Zach Thomas, Kirtland Central.
Yeah.
We had a really good year rushing the ball this year for the Broncos. And there he is on a run.
Yeah. So Thomas on a reception, Thomas on a run.
Zach Thomas on the carry for the Green Machine. Thomas out of Kirtland Central.
So out of Kirtland Central, Thomas.
Braden McNard out of Portales. Mr. Fisher, your microphone is on.
So Thomas had a 2-yard and a 4-yard. Here comes a big pass down towards the end zone. That's going to be an easy pick. Easy pickings for an interception.
Intercepted at the 3-yard line.
As that ball was picked off.
Intercepted by number 9.
That was number 9, Tayden Hilliard out of Lovington.
It's part of that crew I was telling you, that Lovington crew that he knows how to catch the ball because he is a great receiver, and was able to go up and grab that one. Looks like they'll start on the 3-yard line there.
Here comes the run, and that will go, and it won't go far, but it got him out of dangerous territory to about the 10-yard line as Ian Lopez out of Centennial on the run.
Number 2, Ian Lopez on the carry for the Region Red. Brought down by number 34, Tyler Martinez. Martinez out of Volcano Vista.
Second down run. This is going to be Lopez again, and Lopez will get to the 19 this time. So that'll move the chains. So Lopez with 7 on the first one.
Tyler Martinez on the tackle,
and
on the keeper.
Lopez coming back with 4 on the next one. So Lopez got a first down with 2 plays.
Lopez carry out to the 19.
Yeah, Lopez, and he did that a lot for Centennial with Coach Ocampo, who he loves a quarterback that can run the ball.
Yes, he does. Yeah, that goes back to his Monsanto days, actually. So,
Yep.
Yes, it does.
I remember that state before the state championship years. Branch, I believe, was a quarterback then, who ended up going to play for Eastern New Mexico.
Delayed handoff, and this one's going to go for good rushing. That's going to be Aiden St. John out of El Dorado.
Number 33.
He's a hard-nosed runner and a workhorse for the Golden Eagles.
St. John's taking the ball out to the 23-yard line.
9-yard gain by St. John.
Gain of 9 on the play brings up a second down and short.
Second down and 1 at the 28. 7-0. Green team with the lead. It was a 32-yard pass to Shea, and that's going to be a bounce off by the running back and getting across the 35 up to about the 37 is number 33, Aiden St. John, 6'1", 192. Had 1,136 yards rushing on 246 carries. I said he was a workhorse. I mean, he averaged about 20, 30 carries a ball game.
That's a lot of carries for running back.
Here you go, young man. Carry the ball. And everyone put themselves on his shoulders, and he carried them a lot of times to victory.
And we've seen that in the first game with Armijo, I believe, who was in the small school game, got a ton of touches today. And now we got St. John's getting a lot of touch.
St. John's on that one. Another 9-yard gain and got his team a first down. And this was a short game. Lopez with a player on the field. Had a 2-yard gain, did Lopez. $7-0 to score. Injury timeout here. 3:16 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 the green team with the lead. Opportunity to say at Excel Energy, we're going carbon free by 2050. We'll use the energy of the wind and the sun, but other things too. All kinds of energy, all the energy. Belief, possibility, and you. Your energy supercharged by volts of optimism. You, us together for a carbon-free future. By the way, parents, are you looking for an opportunity for your student to achieve their higher education goals without breaking the bank? Then come to visit Eastern New Mexico University, the most affordable university in New Mexico. With great scholarships available, ENMU is a choice for you and your student. Come visit ENMU today. Visit www.enmu.edu. We're going to step aside here. 3:16 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 the green team over the red team. You're watching and listening to the New Mexico High School Coaches Association All-Star Game on KSVP TV and Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
My Eastern experience will help me design the future.
Led me to be a justice on the New Mexico Supreme Court.
My Eastern experience will help me star on a Broadway show.
My Eastern experience led me to a career in graphic design.
Led me to a successful real estate career.
My Eastern experience led me to be an actor and a comedian.
Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan Martinez here at Roswell Ford. Come down and join the Tailgate Nation where we have over 100 pre-owned vehicles from luxury cars to Super Duty trucks. Again, visit us here at 821 North Main Street, and my name is Jonathan. Come see me for the best deal possible.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Don't trust your vehicle with just anybody. Trust the pros at Bobcat Auto Services and Collision of Carlsbad. The knowledgeable staff will do what it takes to have you safely back on the road in no time. Bobcat Auto Services and Collision is your source for tires, rims, auto detailing, body and paint work, and the latest vehicle enhancements and accessories. See their work on Facebook under Bobcat Auto Services. Bobcat Auto Services and Collision, proudly serving all of Eddy County. Call 575-628-0010 or stop by 1400 San Jose Boulevard in Carlsbad.
I want to thank Bobcat for sponsoring the game here today. Caden Romero is the injured player, and that's a tough loss. All of his teammates in red and even the team in green coming over. He's on the cart. They are giving him well wishes out of Rio Rancho High School. That's a huge loss, but, you know, the classiness from the players is, you know, we saw it in the first game in the small schools. We're seeing it here. A lot of camaraderie, a lot of just guys getting to know each other personally.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we were talking about is that we wanted to create a really good environment here for this game. And what I noticed with that, it was player-led.
Yeah,
the players went out there to do that. There was no coaches. Nobody told them to do it. Both players from both sides went out there to make sure they check on Caden Romero, which is I want to believe he's a commit to the University of New Mexico.
I believe you're right. And, you know, there's a lot of tough hits in this game. We had a lot of hard hits in the first game, but nothing chippy, just all good football plays. And, you know, that was class on both sides. Wishing him well as he was carted off, and hopefully he recovers quickly, as that looked like a serious situation, as that's a run in the left flat just outside the left hash marks. Good run there by Aiden St. John again. He's starting to get into a groove there.
St. John's is. He looks like he's going to be in a handful. He's touching now. He gets a 10-yard run there. That's...
Yeah, 9, 9, and 10. He's already at 28 yards on 3 carries. First and 10 at the 48.
Defensive end.
Again, the lights are on. It'll be a while under the blue sky that we have them take effect. There's a run by the quarterback Lopez. You mentioned they run that running style at Centennial under Coach Ocampo. And Coach Ocampo knows what he's doing in terms of the running game. Just kind of a pound it down your throat and a speed and finesse running game at the same time.
Yeah, and each year we go into the year, you know, we do a lot of team rankings, a lot of talk like that. We go into each season and we say, who's going to replace at quarterback for Centennial? And he always has a quarterback ready and primed to develop for that.
So we'll call it a gain of 4 on the play by Lopez. Close to 5, but 4 is going to be close enough. Man in motion on the top of your screen slightly. And a pass to that man, and that is incomplete. Is trying to make that catch was Chance Carrillo out of Farmington.
Farmington Scorpion, Chance Carrillo.
Good defense on the play.
Defended by number 1 out of Mayfield, Kevin Arona.
Kevin Arona, a good one out of Mayfield. Had a chance to see him play against Goddard this year. And breaks up a lot of passes.
It was interesting to see Mayfield now in the new classification of 5A.
I know. Well, I was always used to them in 6A. Lopez on the keeper, gets a hole, gets a burst, and gets to the 37. That is going to be good enough for a first down.
On the keeper for the region, red number 2, Ian Lopez.
So Ian Lopez just found that hole and burst. That'll be a 9-yard gain.
Territory down at about the 37. That's going to be good for another region red first down.
First and 10 for, as the PA announcer called in the first game and in this game, the Ragin' Red.
Jeff Irish.
Two receivers to either side. Lopez is going to be hit, and he's going to be hit hard. Rhodey Jacquez, you put your fist out there. He is at Belen High School, and by the way, my partner, Josh Grenier, the athletic coordinator at Belen, and also with NM Preps. And, you know, your head coach was here in town last night and stayed the night as well, and I know you guys are very proud of Mr. Jacquez.
Yes, it's nice to see our head coach make the drive down here, and then also, I mean, to have one of our players out here in his first year as a head coach.
So another sack by Jacquez. He's got 2 sacks for 9 yards. That's 3 sacks on the day. Back to pass is Lopez. Lopez throws in the right flat, and that is a catch, and that will get to about the 35. Seth Chavez out of Centennial.
Seth Chavez out of Centennial. Chavez down to the 35-yard line.
5-yard gain.
13.
Red team's moving the ball along well. I mean, both teams did move the ball, but Reds be consistent in their play calling here.
17.9 on the game clock here in the first quarter, and timeout is called. Cal Fullerton, coach of the red team, the green team, Jeff Dalton of Farmington, and Cal Fullerton. He's been a fixture at Clovis High School. You talk to him, he sounds like an imposing guy, but he is one heck of a human being.
He is, and what I pointed out to him is I really loved his hat last night. It says Friday nights at Leon Williams.
See, I'm glad that you said that, because I was going to see if I was going to say it eventually, but I was hoping that you would bring that up, because he ran out there. He's got to face him backwards. Yeah, Friday nights at Leon Williams. And the story about that hat, he said, oh, yeah, my wife had it. I didn't even know she had it. I never saw it. Now all of a sudden I'm wearing it. Like recently.
Yeah.
And he's been at the he said she's had it forever, and he never knew it.
That's wild, and I believe
because it's a promotion that they give at the school, but he never sees the promotions because he's on the field.
Exactly.
So that was a funny story, and he's wearing it proud. He said, "Now that I know that it's there, I'm wearing it," and he's got it on right down below us. Man goes in motion, and he gets the ball on the jet sweep as that goes to number 24, Devin Rice out of Rio Rancho, and Devin Rice, an outstanding runner, and he was part of the reason why when Zach V. Hill went down with an injury against La Cueva, he took over the brunt of the load. So had an outstanding run there, so Rice on a 6-yard run.
Here we go, folks. We're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. High drop.
4th down, here we go.
Let's pick it up. Here we go.
And that's going to be a direct snap to Jose Montoya out of Mayfield. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard past, and that's going to be it. So Jose Montoya gains a yard, but that's not enough. They turn the ball over on downs. That's the first time we've seen that happen today in either game. I thought that was 40.
45, La Cueva helmet.
So Hunter Hamker, who doesn't normally play on offense, on it.
You know what? I love the play call. You're in an all-star game, go for it. It's 4th down, go for it.
And that ends the first quarter. 12 minutes in the books. 7-0 is the score. The green team over the red team is the Red and Green 2021 New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVP TV and Roswell 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Our Black Friday sales event starts right now. Get up to $4,000 overbook for your trade. We will pay off your trade no matter what you owe in it. It's easy to get approved, plus get a free turkey when you come get your old car appraised. Come see us at Roswell Nissan for our Black Friday sales event.
As we are here with 12:10 to play.
We have cheerleaders now. We didn't have cheerleaders in the opening game.
The bad thing about Hamker is he couldn't get the first down, but gets in the stats. Pass by the left-hander, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete and right in front of the official. If this was a regular season game, that's probably an interference call, but not in this one. As the throw was to the left side, intended for, I believe that was 17. We don't have a 17. Or is that 11?
I believe it was 17.
Oh, it's 11. It looks like a 7. That's what okay, it's number 11. So it was actually Nathan Lopez out of Cibola who almost got that ball. Looked like 17 for my Their green numbers look a little different than the other one. There's a big hit as laying the wood on that play was Jose Maez out of Cleveland. Keith Ridenauer, the head coach of Cleveland, and laid the wood right there. It'll be 4th down, punting situation. Here comes the punt. Adam Aguilera out of Lovington. The return, that will come back by number 21, Eli Ogus out of Las Cruces, and he gets back to about the 45, and that's where the large school red team will take over. But back to what I was talking about, Hunter Hamker, you know, that kid plays so hard. He's known for his defense, but hey, if you're going to let him run the ball, let him run the ball because he is strong.
Especially when you only need 2 yards. Might as well give it to somebody who can get that 2 yards.
Right.
I believe he's a University of New Mexico commit as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good one.
So we're seeing some future logos here.
So the red team with the ball. Here's the run, and that is going to be by the quarterback, Daniel Ayala. He's out of West Mesa. Good-sized kid, 6 foot, 190. Got to the 49, so that's going to be a 5-yard gain for Ayala. Second and 5 at the 49 of the red team. 7-0 the green team with the lead. The green machine, as they call them here. Pass over the middle. That's a beautiful catch as that will go all the way inside the 20 and all the way to about the 17-yard line as the catch was made by Devin Rice. Devin Rice can do it on the run. He can do it on the pass. And that play was a 34-yard pass play. Handoff goes straight ahead. Jose Montoya, he will dart into the end zone. He's in for an 18-yard touchdown.
Jose Montoya, Mayfield running back.
Jose Montoya, he is out of Mayfield. Played for Michael Bradley. Conor Lawson, the punter, Christian Holguin out of Powake, and he gets a kick to go.
Out of Lovington, New Mexico,
so, we're in the second quarter, 7-7, red and the green. 2021 New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com in Roswell's 106.5 FM.
Today is the defending Big School State.
At Excel Energy, we're going carbon-free by 2050. We'll use the energy of the wind and the sun, but other things too. All kinds of energy, all the energy. Belief, possibility, and you. Your energy supercharged by a bajillion, million, zillion volts of optimism. You, us, together for a carbon-free future.
Welcome back here to the red and green game, New Mexico High School Coaches Association All-Star Game here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell. Good weather for this time of year, great weather for this time of year for that matter, but the Red team coming back and tying the game.
As expected from a game from these large schools, plenty of talent out there, and I think we're going to go back and forth throughout this one. 9:37 to play.
And the ball will go out of bounds. So that'll be a penalty.
The kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball be phased at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Green.
So the Green with the ball.
Looks like we might be kicking this one again. Take 2 on the kicks.
Right. So far, so good on this entertaining game. And we are going to have the kickoff again. 9:37 to play in the second quarter. Game started a little behind schedule, but no problem. They got right into the introductions and got the game underway as quickly as possible. It was scheduled for 3 o'clock.
I have to give a quick shout out real fast, Scott, for my son Parker Grenier. He is watching from home. Keeps texting me. He's hearing us at least.
Nice. This one's going to be received at the 30 and get it out of bounds at around the 37, maybe the 38, and that is where the Green team will take over.
So I saw it last night, though, Scott. I do have to ask, are you a green or a red fan on chili?
I'm a green, actually. I like the hot. Now in California, Mexican chili, I like red.
Okay.
If it's hot, I like it.
I go with the combo. If you didn't notice last night on my plate, I grabbed both of them.
Yeah. You ate all gone, too. I'll tell you what. Good man.
Quick, too. Oh,
and that is going to be a miscue that gets to about the 33. That wasn't drawn up.
Great awareness by, is that Dallas Boyd for the Green team, quarterback for Las Cruces.
Yeah, he ended up running with it. Boyd again on the carry, and Boyd gets across the 35 up to the 37. Showing that he can run a little more normally, too.
First by number 1, Kevin Colbrook.
First one was for a loss. That one for a gain. What did he lose on the first one? 4?
3.
Lost 3. Gain 4 on that one. They're down to 9. Boyd, left-hander, and he's going to be sacked on a play. That was a nice sack.
Big pressure put on by the Region Red. A quarterback, a sack. In the middle of that pile, number 51.
So that was Devin Dyer out of La Cueva. He is no stranger to sacks.
He is a force on defense.
Yes, he is. Got to see him play a few times this year.
I was surprised when I seen him. Not surprised, but I was in awe of how talented that young man is.
The thing that gets you, he hits with a ton of bricks, but he's got quickness that you don't expect.
Exactly, especially from someone with his size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's fast. So good play by Devin Dyer as the ball went out of bounds. Actually, not out of bounds, but inside the 15 to about the 11.
Out of Academy High School. Wilson kicks down at the 11-yard line. That's going to be good for another.
So first and 10 at the 11. So in the 7-7 ball game, the pace a little different in this game. They started off a ball of fire with the no-huddle offense, and now it's more contained, a little more normal for an all-star game. This game moving along swiftly. But like the first game, a lot of defense. Here goes the ball over the middle, and just missed him as he tried to lead his man. Did the quarterback.
Ian Lopez with a big pass just short.
As Ian Lopez out of Centennial tried to get it to Chance Carrillo out of Farmington. And, Ian Lopez, the quarterback out of Centennial, who had an outstanding year, known to be a running team, but he's got an arm.
Yeah, that was not a bad throw right there. If he didn't overthrow him a little.
He overthrew him a little, but if he didn't, he was leading him perfectly.
And there was nobody behind them. If he would caught that, he was likely gone.
So didn't quite get enough on the pass. And there's going to be a straight run up the middle. Aiden St. John on the carry, and he's already been a workhorse like he was in the regular season. Gets one. We're a little iffy on the numbers in this game, but unofficially 4 carries, 29 yards for him. It is like a large school game, hard to keep up on the stats.
And it's quick, too.
That's what I'm saying. It's boom, boom, because the pace, a lot of these schools, especially in 6A, run the no huddle and run the speed no huddle, where they snap the ball within 10, 15 seconds of getting the ball. Lopez fires, has a man downfield, and incomplete. Intended for Isaac Hinson out of Lovington.
Isaac Hinson.
At 45 receptions, 727 yards, 15 touchdowns with a long of 60. And almost hauled that one in. But you talk about a workhorse, you got St. John, the workhorse rushing, and then you got Hinson was a workhorse receiving.
Yes, and he was part of a group that each one of them was over 800, 700, 800 yards on the season, which is impressive for.
That's very impressive, yeah.
And the state champ at that.
Conor Lawson out of Clovis will punt it away. Squibber looked like it went off of the side of his foot. It will bounce, almost die, but it will get a slight roll and be down at the 38 of the red team. So the green machine, as we're calling them, against the Raging Red. It's been a raging game so far, 7-7, 6-19. The first game we had, it was a quick lead. 24-0 for the red team. The green team came back, but the red team ended up winning that ball game by a score of 52-36 in the small school. And there is a double sack right there, as leading the charge was Julian Holland out of Centennial, and also there
Marco Ibarra out of St. Pius.
Marco Ibarra out of St. Pius also there.
Big hit put on by number 72 for the Raging Red, Julian Holland out of Centennial High School, Fox.
Actually, that was Ibarra on the run. My apologies. So he wasn't the man on the tackle. Rolling out to his right, pass to the right side. That's going to be incomplete.
Big pressure put on by number 60 for the Raging Red, Kendall Palmer, and number 45, Hunter Hemker.
So the other guy on the sack, I believe, was Hemker on that last sack, as he had a double sack. And Hamker's been on so many sacks that got to figure he was the guy, but we'll see if we can double check the numbers here as the rosters don't quite coordinate with what we were sent. There's a pass, and that is in the right flap. It doesn't go for anything as Tayden Lopez out of Artesia made the catch.
Lopez, Artesia Bulldog.
That's going to be a loss of 2, so another loss of 2.
Jose Maez out of Cleveland High School.
Fourth down and 17 at the 45, going for throw over the middle and right into the center fielder's hands. That is a pick by number 9, Tayden Hilliard out of Lovington, and he brings it all the way near midfield to mark him at the 48. He was just sitting back almost like a punt returner.
I thought it was going to him. I was like, are we on the red? And then I saw him take off.
Right.
And then he is a receiver for Lovington, so
yes.
Wouldn't put it past it, but...
So
it was on a fourth down play. It served as a punt. He fielded, like I said, like a center fielder and like a punt returner. Got the best out of both worlds and a good return of about 10 yards.
Yep.
Give or take. So the red team now back on offense. First and 10 at the 48. Flag thrown.
Five-yard penalty. No first down. 5.
First down and 15. So our thanks to the PA crew for getting the ref to turn off his mic, because when he thought he was turning it on, he turned it off, and then we heard him whistle right into the mic. That was the first call since, and that was going to be a good bit of defense.
Brought down by number 58. Inside linebacker Alex Altape out of Mayfield High School.
Alex Aldape out of Mayfield High School. Outstanding defender. -1 on that play. Man in motion. And he's going to get the ball as that goes to the left side. That is Chance Carrillo out of Farmington. Tough sledding there as he gains maybe a yard. Or are they going to mark? No, it's going to be no gain. Chance Carrillo, no gain on that play. Right back at the 41.
First out of bounds by number 30 for the Green Machine. Runner High School, Leighton Victor.
Leighton Victor is out there out of Goddard High School. He was a fun player to watch, I'll tell you that. Had a chance to see him play 4 games this year. Back to pass. That's a throw, and that is going to be a pick. And going back the other way for the green team and changing course, Marco Ibarra out of St. Pie. Actually, no, that's number 23, excuse me. And we'll double check his number. We don't have a 23.
Looks like he has a Rio Rancho helmet. So that might be Lucas Lucero, who is listed down here without a number, and who is an outstanding secondary player. So
Lucas Lucero, we'll call it then, since you caught that. Yeah, so Lucas Lucero, we'll give it to him since, yes, he was listed. We weren't sure if he was going to be here. Didn't have a number, not listed on the roster, and I think that's because They weren't sure if he was going to be here. He's here, and he came up with a pick. That's a good run as that goes all the way inside the 40 to about the 36.
Artesia Bulldog, Jake Barrera, number 24, big run around the right side. Barrera taking the ball down to the 36-yard line. That's going to be good for another Green Machine first down.
So Jake Barrera on the 13-yard run. And Barrera out of Artesia, played for Jeremy Maupin. Trying to bounce off a tackle and meeting 4 red shirts is the running back, as that was tough sledding for number 18, Zach Thomas out of Kirtland Central. Had 184 carries. We talked about a workhorse. 1,537 yards, 17 touchdowns, and a long of 74, but loses 2 there.
And it's a 4A player again, the opportunity to play against some of these 6As that he's probably never seen all season.
Here's a pass by Furby. The Farmington quarterback tried to get it to Patrick Shea, his teammate again. They already hooked up for 32 yards and a touchdown earlier. That was the Green team touchdown. Devin Dyer, by the way, out of La Cueva High School on the coverage.
Putting a lot of pressure on Furby when he sits back there. Furby's one of the more of the pocket passers for the All-Star game today.
3rd and 13 at the 38, 7-7 to score. Furby throws right side, and that is going to be an immediate hit, as that was caught by Marco Ibarra. And the quick hit, I believe that was Manny Bustillos of Clovis on the hit. Brings up 4th and long. So Furby, not sure if he's used to this kind of pressure. Played some good teams this year, but when you're talking about the likes of La Cueva and Rio Rancho and all those schools and their defenses, you're seeing some speed.
Exactly, and I believe even Kendall Ulmer from Cleveland got in there as well.
And he's another one. Yeah.
And which we talked about a lot today is the mixture of this game. It's also cool to see Cleveland and Rio Rancho suit up on the same side for a lot of them on the red team.
Right. 2:20 to go in the first half, second quarter action. 4th and 19 at the 45. Furby going for it. He is going to be gobbled up for a sack.
That was, just as mentioned, Kendall Ulmer.
Number 51.
Yeah, Devin Dyer out of La Cueva also there. They double got him.
It's a loss of 12 on that one.
Yeah, this defense has really, really heated up for the Red. Like the first game where the defense is really doing a fine job, and this is a good run, and that is going to go to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, as that was an outstanding run. Jose Montoya out of Mayfield, and he was off to the races and almost got 6.
Montoya's carried down inside the 5-yard line. At the 5-yard line, that's going to be good for another Ranger Red first down. 1st and goal.
Big time run by Montoya, 43 yards. 1st and goal at the 5.
might get to see Hunter again, get this direct snap.
There he goes, Hunter Hamker, straight ahead, and that time he got in. Touchdown, Red. Hunter Hamker out of La Cueva. I told you I liked him.
So he's doing it on both ends today.
Out of the heavy package, and he ran it in. Didn't quite get the first down on his first carry, got the touchdown on his next. Minute 33 to play. The point after is up and good by Tyler Wilson out of Albuquerque Academy. Minute 33 to play on the game clock. We are in the second quarter. It is the Red 14 and the Green Machine 7. 2021 New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
My Eastern experience will help me design the future.
Led me to be a justice on the New Mexico Supreme Court.
My Eastern experience will help me star on a Broadway show.
My Eastern experience led me to a career in graphic design.
Led me to a successful real estate career.
My Eastern experience led me to be an actor and a comedian.
Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Back here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico, Scott Coletti along with Josh Grenier, the athletic coordinator at Belen High School and NM Preps, has had a chance to see one of his players make significant contributions, and we got to see a defensive player get his second run, Hunter Hamker, as Hamker got the 5-yard touchdown, and that was fun to see.
The return for the Mean Green Machine, number 32, Markel Mona.
14-7. The red team with the lead.
Green Machine, first down.
So 1st and 10 for the green now. Dallas Boyd out of Las Cruces is the quarterback now. Jake Barrera out of Artesia to his right. I like the unis this year.
Oh, I love them. I wish I could get me a green jersey, to be honest.
Yeah, you've liked the green jersey ever since the first game, but yeah, they're pretty awesome.
And the color combination just looks cool out there. Red,
it does.
Green, the holiday season around here.
Right. Oh, that's a good point, too. I was still thinking of dinner last night, red and green. There's a pass on the near side, incomplete as that was broken up beautifully. As that was broken up by Aldo Argot out of Hobbs, showing good quickness. I thought maybe he was going to get there to get the pick. Patrick Shea, the intended receiver. Boyd's first pass and incompletion. 2nd and 10 at the 28. Little flip pass to the left side. That's a completion. And that goes to Nathan Lopez out of Cibola. And he is caught up too quickly.
Number 11, Nathan Lopez.
Good coverage by Eli Ogas out of Las Cruces, again showing off his speed. Although it was a gain of 6 on the play.
Eli Ogas out of Las Cruces High School.
So Lopez, an outstanding receiver. 1,216 yards on 88 catches, 14 touchdowns. And that is going to be on the near side. That's going to be...
Other reception for the Green Machine, number 18, Zach Thomas. Brought down immediately by number 17.
Zach Thomas.
Inside linebacker Isaiah carry on
catch, but loses a yard.
Back to receive the kick, number 21. Out of Las Cruces High School, Eli Ogus.
Eli Ogus, who has speed. If I were the punter, I wouldn't kick it to him. 9 seconds to go. The punt is away, and Ogus comes up and made the catch. 0.7 on the game clock. I thought maybe we'd have enough time for one play, but that ends the first half. First half, a good one for both teams, as darkness starting to fall here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. It is the '21 New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game, and leading the way here at halftime, it is the red team with a 14-7 lead. And we will take our halftime break, come back with an interview by Gary Bradley, who was the president this year. But right now, let's learn a little more about Roswell's public schools. You're watching the 2021 New Mexico High School. Well, actually, I take that back. They are going to put that half a second on the board because they stopped the clock. I thought they inadvertently stopped it. We are going to have that one more play, Josh.
You know, now I'm kind of hoping that we get a long pass or something exciting to end this half.
Guess what they're going to do? They're going to go to the ball, take a knee, and then they're going to go back to the locker room. That's what I'm afraid of. So all that, they end up lining up for the play again. Part of the green team is all the way down towards the other end, getting ready to go to the locker room. Red team with the ball. Lopez out of Centennial. Actually, this is Danny Ayala. He'll throw it over the middle, and that is a catch by Montoya. Montoya in the left flat. He's across the 50 and gets to about the 47, and that is the end of the first half of play. So Ayala got the completion to Montoya. Now we have come across the first half of play. Little confusion as the officials conferred and said, hey, let's play that one more play. The red team with the lead over the green team, 14-7 here at the half. You're watching the 2021 High School Coaches Association, New Mexico High School Coaches Association All-Star Game. Now we will have Gary Bradley coming up. But first, let's learn a little more about Roswell's public schools here on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's Talk FM 106.5 FM.
Fellow New Mexicans, the Department of Workforce Solutions and the Workforce Connection Centers are your one-stop resource for a multitude of career and education-related benefits. Feel free to visit or call any of the centers around the state or connect with us online at dws.state.nm.us or at our new community-based site, Ready New Mexico. You can also call the Ready New Mexico hotline at 800-303-3599 to connect with the many resources available for employers, such as recruitment and hiring assistance, hiring incentives, and programs to offset the cost of training. You can start an apprenticeship program, or let us help you facilitate trainings to onboard new staff or promote retention to strengthen your business. For our job seekers, our services include training and education assistance, career readiness, including resume preparation and soft skills and interview readiness, as well as guidance on turning a job fair into a career opportunity. New Mexico Workforce gives priority of service to our veterans, offering many services and promotes the Hire Vets First initiative. Are you a healthcare worker or an early childhood educator in search of a new opportunity? We've partnered with 46 different hospitals and medical centers across the state, and our early childhood education and care department has many internships and career opportunities available. If you are seeking assistance with tuition or a short-term credential, let our WIOA program help you. When an employer posts their position with us, we do all we can to promote and fill that position quickly. One way is by featuring your position on our weekly Hot Jobs video. And finally, for our job seekers who are eager to apply to one or more of the thousands of positions around the state, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, contact a center with the position number that you're interested in. Work with a career consultant to be referred, and then apply and follow up with that career consultant so that we can help you land the career of your dreams. Would you like to brush up on your skills? Please attend one of our resume, interview skills, or soft skills classes today. You can register online at dws.state.nm.us/workshops. Thank you, New Mexico. Together, we are workforce strong.
Welcome back here to Roswell, New Mexico, the Wool Bowl, as it is the New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game. And right now, we have an opportunity. The first and one-year president of the New Mexico High School Coach Association, and a good one, Gary Bradley. He is the head coach at Carlsbad High. But Gary, what's this been like for you to be able to do this?
You know, I've coached the game a couple times, and you know, since it's here in Roswell and we're close to Carlsbad, so I definitely came to help. And you know, as a board, we made a decision to change the format and everything. You know, put it in the red and green versus north and south. Have it in Roswell instead of Albuquerque. So I think things are going real well. You know, and I just really enjoyed the whole format and having the kids down here. They do a great job.
Now, I said this with all the coaches, and I'll say it to you. It's amazing how this is the week in the past, as far as I can remember, was the week of the championship game. And it works out you're having the All-Star game. Now, this is a lot different than having it in June, July, isn't it?
No, absolutely. You know, we don't have to chase down kids and wonder if they're in good shape and all that good stuff. I mean, football season just ended. And, you know, and this is the first year ever in my career that the state championship was in November.
Right.
You know, and since they bumped us a week. So, yeah, this would be, you know, the first week in December, this would be the normal state championship game. So, yeah, great weather. And
that is not
awesome.
Normal.
Yeah. So, southern New Mexico, this is it.
The one thing about the red and green that it allows is something that we saw in the small school game. There's one player from the same team as his brother on the other team. Couldn't do that in the past.
Yeah, no, that's a great story right there. The twins, is that what you're talking about? And playing on
Raton, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I met their parents as they walked in, and Mom was kind of nervous about the whole deal and who to cheer for. But that's a real cool deal. And I don't think we have one team that's all on the same team. They're all playing against each other at some point. So, I think it's a great. Kids seem to be just having fun, and that's what it's all about, and play a game.
And I know you've seen the kids since everyone got here. The camaraderie that is built in this game over the years has been tremendous, but I get to see it firsthand myself staying at the team hotel, whereas I've done this game before and just showed up on game day or the day before and didn't really see everyone communicating with one another. It's fun.
Yeah, you're right. That first day, everybody's kind of nervous, and you don't know anybody. These guys know each other on Snapchat and Twitter, but they don't know each other personally, and it was kind of just feeling it out on Thursday. But by Friday came along, I tell you what, these guys are hanging out with each other and laughing and joking with each other, and it's a real cool deal, and these guys will make lifelong friends.
Since you're here and Buster Mabry is, and I'm going to put you on the spot, since it's your only year, or at least right now, as president, what's the plan for years to come?
I hope we can keep doing this. I really do, and I think we need to push for it. Having the game right after football is really been an idea we've thrown around, but it never really came to fruition. And first year, and we'll see how the outcome comes, but I'll tell you what, I really like it, and I hope we do it forever.
Well, Coach, want to thank you so much. Congratulations on your deal, and enjoy the rest of the game.
No, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
That is Gary Bradley, the head coach at Carlsbad and the president of the New Mexico High School Coach Association. Our guest back with the second half in just a moment. Welcome back here to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. Scott Galletti along with Josh Grenier. He is the athletic coordinator at Belen and also with NM Preps. And a good one, 14-7, the red team with the lead. Rounding off the scoring here, it was a 32-yard pass by Furby, the quarterback, to Shea, his wide receiver at Farmington High School, for 32 yards and a score. First minute in, 11:04 to go in the first quarter. That made it 7-0. It was 7-0 after one quarter of play, but then the red came back, 18-yard run, as that was a good run. And then Hunter Hamker made it 14-7 on a 5-yard touchdown. Jose Montoya made the first run for the touchdown, but they used the big package, and the big defensive linebacker made the run.
Yeah, the green team moved the ball quick early, got on the scoreboard within the first minute. Some adjustments on the red defense, which was led by Hunter, Devin Dyer, both of La Cueva. Just got in the backfield too many times. Didn't let Furby set up and make any passes from back there. which resulted in, I think, a one possession where it was loss of -6, loss of -4, loss of -1.
So the one thing is the lights finally taking effect. They've been on for a while, but they're finally taking effect here. It was a few weeks ago, obviously, we had the time change, and it gets dark earlier. The one thing that we do have now is it's cooling down. It's gotten in the 30s overnight, and it's cooling down right now. In terms of the play, how does that change things? Because it was warm when you start the game, and now the second half, the sun goes down. Now all of a sudden, naturally, it cools down quickly.
Yeah, and your body cools down when you go into the halftime. You kind of relax a little bit, and instead of coming out to warm weather, now you're coming out to colder weather. Your body's cooled off a little bit. I mean, we may see some more running the ball in the second half until we get things going. It might be a slow start, to be honest.
Well, the reason why I ask also is the heavy hits, they hurt more in the cold.
Yes.
And the train is back. Unless that's a different one.
It has made its return for the second game.
Well, we'll let you answer that question over being serenaded by the train whistle there, Josh.
The hits, the big hits.
The big hits in the cold.
I would not want to be on the
train not included, of course.
Yeah, I thought that's where you're going. The Devin Dyer train in the backfield.
Right.
I would not want to be in the receiving end in one of those, though.
That is true, too, now that you mention it. I wasn't going there, though. But just in terms of the hits, feeling harder, and, they hurt enough in the first half when it was probably about 10 degrees warmer. Now it's going to be cooling down.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been hit when it's cold outside, or it gives a little bit of an extra, and we haven't heard that much from the crowd in this one, but maybe they're a little colder as well. The crowd was really active in that first game.
Yes, they were. No, that was very true, but no, there's been a lot of fun here, both games, but it's a 7-point game as we go into the second half, and the coach, Cal Fullerton, for the red team, his team leading Jeff Dalton, and the green team, Jeff Dalton out of Farmington. What do you expect in this second half? What do you think each team is going to do, or try to do at least?
Well, either one's going to have to get their offense going again. But I can see a lot of what the red team really did well with Montoya and St. John is they ran the ball really well.
Right.
And I think, both teams have made an adjustment. Both defensive lines and linebackers, they do a fine job out there. So I think it might be a grind-out game here at the end. But who's ever going to make that big play? And we've seen Furby try and throw it a few times for big yardage, and he did well in that first one. So I think it's going to be whoever gets that big play or that big break out of the running back. The one I'm looking forward to seeing get a break is Marco Ybarra from St. Pius X. Great running back. I'm waiting for him to get break loose on one too.
So at the half, it's 14-7, green team trailing the red team.
Raging Red will be receiving the second half kickoff. Teeing it up will be.
I better get one last shout out here, Scott, if you don't mind. I got my best buddy Joe watching in Tucson right now, and my secretary, who does a fine job. We've been talking about Belen a lot today. Jamie Brown, she does a great job for us too in Belen, and so I just had to get a quick shout out to all those watching out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I've dealt with Jamie in the past, and she is outstanding at what she does. Whistle. Is this going to be the second time we've had a re-kick?
I think so. We're going to do a take two again. I think everybody cooled off a little bit then.
Right.
Good ball. Offside. Kickers. Replay after a 5-yard penalty.
Let me ask you a kind of dumb question. How is the kicker offside?
You know what? I do not know.
I mean, everyone else I can see, but the kicker's the one that kicks it. Unless he passes the ball in kicking, how is he offside?
That is a new one for me.
Well, here we go again, as that's going to go quick run back, coming back, as that is Braxton Hall, I believe, out of Ruidoso on the return. And the red team will take over 1st and 10.
Raging Red, number 32 on the return.
Actually, that was
Chance Carrillo
out of Farmington on the return.
Tayden Lopez out of Artesia High School. It'll be 1st and
so red team going left to right.
36-yard line.
Lights haven't taken full effect yet, so not quite twilight either. It's kind of in between. And Ian Lopez bobbled the snap, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he was hit hard. One of the guys on the stop for the green team was number 32, Martel Mora out of Santa Fe. Andrew Martinez, his head coach.
Yeah, he's an outstanding running back.
Yeah.
So he's another one where you've seen on both sides of the ball. We haven't seen him run the ball today, but he's an outstanding running back too.
Second down and 10 at the 36. Another run and tough sledding again for Lopez. This time he gains a yard.
Ian Lopez on the keeper for Raging Red. Short gain on the play.
So the Raging Red with the lead, as the PA announcer calls it. Third down and 9. 14-7, the Red with the lead over the green. This game's been a lot more balanced as opposed to the first game. The first game was just score, hold, and, score some more.
Yeah, and this one is more of a, like you said, a balanced game. Two really good football schools, our football teams with two great coaches.
From very good football schools.
Yes.
I mean,
delay game. Offense.
There you got the call, delay of game on the offense, but it's just, there's so much team speed on both teams. You're not going to outspeed the other.
Exactly. You think you have something going, but there's just so much talent at every position. There's, and I think Cal Fullerton said this yesterday in our interview. Hardly any weaknesses out there.
Right. I haven't seen too many, if any. Lopez is going to be spun around, still on his feet, and finally sacked with a flag on the play at the 24. Man. Couple of guys on the stop there. Number 88, Rhodey Jacquez, your guy out of Berlin. And also there was Xander Doyle out of Los Lunas, number 45. But Jacquez, we've called his name about 3 or 4 times, and I was going to call his name anyway in your behalf, but I didn't need to. He's played well.
He has played really well today, and
face mask against the defense, 5-yard penalty, third down again.
Get a replay of the third down. So erase the play, I think.
Yeah, looks like we're going back to the 31. Or 32.
Well, still going to call that a sack for Jacquez. Only because you're sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Third and 14 at the 32. Red with the lead, 9:45 to play in the third. Run along the near side and getting a good cut. That is Devin Rice, and Rice out of Rio Rancho High School. Gets a good gain there. Gain of about 6-yard gain.
Short carry, 4th down. Back to do the kicking out of Clovis, New Mexico. Clovis Wildcats, Conor Lawson.
4th down and long. Conor Lawson out of Clovis. The punter got it away. High wobbly kick will take a red bounce. It'll go inside the 30 and be down at the 24. So that's where the green team will take over 1st and 10. I'll tell you what, I'm watching some of the players, acting like they were straining each other. The guys on both the red and the green team are having so much fun out there.
Yeah,
and that's what these games are about.
Yep, these memories that are being made out here, and we have one last half. Some of these players will probably never touch a football field again, so you have one last half to get your game in there, get a feel for being on. Now we have lights. We can't say Friday night lights, but Saturday night lights.
Yep. 1st and 10 at the 26. And the run goes to the right side. That's Zach Thomas trying to get the edge and gets across the 30 up to about the 33. So gain of 7 on the play for Zach Thomas, who comes out of Kirtland Central. We mentioned before the workhorse there, 184 carries, 1,537 yards, 17 touchdowns. He can break them, as he had a long of 74 on the year. Gain of 8 officially, 2nd and 2. Pass along the near side, up for grabs, incomplete.
That was incomplete.
The intended target was Dalton Spies out of Sandia, a good one. 39 catches, 658 yards, 6 touchdowns. Also had 18 carries, 140 yards and a score. And 3 of 3 quarterbacking, 124 yards and 3 touchdowns in 9 games. So those stats I gave you were 9 game totals. 3rd and 2 at the 34. Run is snuffed out by the green. This red team, I should say, has really stepped up the defense since about midway through the 2nd quarter.
On the carry for the main green machine, number 24.
Chick Barrera on the carry.
Man at the line by number 60 for the Region Red. That's going to be defensive lineman out of Cleveland.
Kendall Ulmer out of Cleveland. Heath riding our product on the stop. We mentioned Rio Rancho. We mentioned La Cueva. We've mentioned Cleveland. Those are all speedster defenses who hit with a punch. Punt return outside the 30 to about the 33. And the red team will take over 1st and 10, leading 14-7. The Reds scoring 2 touchdowns in the 2nd quarter. Jose Montoya out of Mayfield. He got 1 touchdown of 18 yards and a 5-yard run by Hunter Hamker. Hamker out of La Cueva. 1st and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Straight run by Daniel Ayala, and he gets across the 40 to the 41, just following the right hash mark on an angle run, and that will gain 9 touchdown. Or a touchdown. Short of the first down. Little confusion. They started to move the chains. It's only a gain of 9 on the play.
Check that, ball at the 41. And it is not a first down. 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1. A little more confusion all the way around for all of us here in this second game. You would think there wouldn't be with the bigger schools and teams that everyone's familiar with, but the pace of this game, just the speed of this game is a lot quicker.
Especially from the red side, it's quick.
On the carry for the Raging Red, number 23.
I mean, the athletes on the small school side were good, but when you get on the big side, the old joke when you go to the metro area and you see a La Cueva or a El Dorado, a Cleveland, Rio Rancho game, the talk is, especially if it's a playoff game and there's out-of-area officials, they're not used to the team speed.
Exactly. And so much of it, too, from each position. They plug in different quarterbacks, different running backs, and it's consistently the same talent out there.
Keeper by Ayala, and he is hit in the backfield and doing a little kick is Tyler Martinez, Volcano Vista. One of the guys I had a chance to see this morning at breakfast, and man, what an outstanding player he is. 4th and 15.
Back to receive the punt, number 23, Lucas Lucero out of Rio Rancho.
Lucas Lucero.
And number 11.
Back to receive.
Lopez, Stephen the Cougar. Back to kick, number 20, Lopez High School, Conor Lawson.
That's going to bounce inside the 25, and it will reach the 20. It'll be 1st and 10.
Hold on at the 10-yard line. That's going to be good for another.
Down by number 50, Dylan Hine out of Las Cruces. So 1st and 10 for the green team, taking back over.
See if they could get something moving again.
Call a penalty? They're setting up like they did. I didn't see a flag. We'll get the answer.
There are 2 fouls on the play. We have a hold against red. Then we have dead ball on sport horse line, red. Correction. Unsportsmanlike is green.
Wow.
This all new red and green is affecting all of us today. We're getting used to the new colors. Historically, I believe it was blue versus red.
Yeah, I think it was blue and red. It's been a couple of years since I had done one of these at Community Stadium. I'll tell you what, moving it down here to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, it's a little less on what we are on the western side, crowd-wise, but it's a lot more on the eastern side. So probably roughly same amount of crowd, which was a good turnout.
Yeah, I think you've...
One more
and
time.
they've been into the game, too, vocal, which I like.
Against green. We have holding and dead ball on sport horseman line, green. It'll be 1st down after the penalty for green.
He just threw the book at the green. After all that, well, the green's been moving backwards, and just after he made that call, they just kept moving, and the ball is now going to be, where are they marking it? It looks like at the 5. So, yeah, they moved him back quite a bit.
Yeah, 15 yards.
It's the green with the ball. Back to pass is Dallas Boyd. The left-hander throws right sideline, and is that a catch?
Pass caught by
That is a catch. Beautiful catch there by Keenan Cordova out of Volcano Vista. Another guy who I had a chance to talk to this morning at breakfast. 62 catches, 1,052 yards. Also added 6 carries for 21 yards. And 8 touchdowns receiving. That is a run by Barrera. And Barrera, not much there as he gets to the 19.
24. Jake Barrera, Artesia Bulldog. Gain of repair, brought down by number 50. Dylan Knight out of Las Cruces High School.
Rolling out to his right is Boyd. Boyd throws, that's incomplete. So an incomplete pass for Boyd. That will bring up 3rd down and 9. Third and 9 at the 19. The ball on the left hash mark. Center sets up. No one behind him yet. Dallas Boyd comes over. So Boyd will roll out to his right. Boyd, the left-hander, will cut down the middle, and he will be cut down at the 20. So only a gain of 1 for Boyd. And that'll bring up a 4th down. You know, the amazing thing about Boyd, and Boyd, by the way, out of Las Cruces High School, it seems like he rolls out to his right every time, and he's a left-hander.
Yeah, I just noticed the same thing. And, you know, he's one of those dual-threat quarterbacks that I believe he passed for 1,500 yards, rushed for 1,500 yards. But that is interesting that he would roll out to his right side.
And one of his completions was rolling out to the right side. And he threw a good pass, but kind of going away. The return and good coverage. The hits are getting kind of physical as Ogas out of Las Cruces on the reception. And the red team trailing 14-7 will get the ball back. 3:42 to play here in the 3rd quarter. The green team is trailing. Red team with the lead 14-7. The red team with 14 points in the 2nd quarter. 18-yard touchdown. Jose Montoya with the run. 5-yard run by Hunter Hamker. And Brandon Furby to Shea. That was the touchdown. 32 yards. The Farmington connection. The quarterback to the receiver, Patrick Shea. So throw over the middle, catch in the middle, and that is going to be Seth Chavez, and Chavez gets all the way near midfield for a gain of 15. Centennial High School Seth Chavez, Ian Lopez, they've hooked up a few times, even though they're known as a running team.
Yeah, and Las Cruces, I guess rivals. Las Cruces rivals, Centennial to... Oh, wait.
Well, actually, they're teammates.
Actually, they are teammates.
Yeah. So, 15-yard gain.
I think I was stuck there with Boyd from Las Cruces on the other side.
Yeah. I think that's where you got crossed up. Because I got crossed up on that earlier, too. Yeah, he's throwing to his lead receivers. That is a good job of bouncing off the tackle. Coming to the near side is Jose Montoya. And a young man out of Mayfield, 5'8", 180, who packs a punch. And now there's a physical hit. And throwing the man down was Xander Doyle out of Los Lunas. Los Lunas, the 5A champions this year, winning their first title.
On the carry for the Raging Red, number 40, Jose Montoya.
And they're one of the ones that we talked about earlier. Robertson finally climbed over and got that win. Las Lunas was that team to finally get over that hump and win the state championship.
Right. Yeah, they are very similar to Robertson, getting to the finals, getting to the dance, and not quite getting it done. But this year they both got it done. 2nd and 1 at the 41. Ayala. Oh, check that. Lopez over the middle, and that is a catch in the left flat, and all the way inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. That was outstanding as they're trying to tie up there to see who has the ball, but that was a beautiful catch. Devin Rice coming up with that catch. See, Rice is showing versatility. He's a running back, but he's showing he can catch as a receiver.
Kind of like the testament to when he had a feeling for Zach V. He'll just, wherever you need me, I'm going to do it.
Right. No, that's a great point. And that was a 38-yard catch by Devin Rice. Lopez, 3 of 7, 58 yards now. First and goal at the 4. The quarterback Lopez navigating and may have gotten a yard or so. Wholesale changes coming in.
Second down and goal.
Second and goal. They've got the big package in there. Eli Ogus is back there to run the ball now. Ogus out of Las Cruces, the defensive player, secondary player.
False start. Offense. Still second down.
So that's been a little bit of a difference in this game. Is not that much scoring, so not that many, too many breaks here today. It's been a lot of on the field. This third quarter has gone quick.
No, you're right about that. Run is going to be short again, and the Green defense, like they've done a lot of this game, coming up with big plays.
Down by number 2. Dallas Boyd has one to do so. Third down and goal. Ball resting at the 3-yard line. And here we go. Getting interesting here. Raise the red. Knock it on the door.
Ogus. The announcer said Boyd. It was Ogus.
Yeah, I think you're right. And another run, and that's going to go nowhere on third and goal at the 2.
Great defense with the halt on number 21, Ogus.
The Green has sniffed out when there's no quarterback back there, and with that Wildcat look, it's likely a run up the middle.
Take that ball closer to the 3-yard line, and it'll be fourth down and goal.
Eli Ogus with a couple of runs. That is the end of the quarter. We've gone 3 quarters of play. It is the red team holding on to a 14-7 lead over the green team. 2021 New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's FM Talk 106.5 FM.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Welcome back here to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, KSVP TV, based out of Artesia. Scott Galletti on hand, and Josh Grenier, our commentator. So we're here in Roswell, Roswell's Talk FM, 106.5 FM, KSVPTV.com. Tanner Todd, he knows where he's at, so that's good. He puts the thumbs up. Gene Dow, also our producer. There's another defensive play by the Green, and they came up mean and green, as that was a big defensive play. Leading the charge, Xander Doyle out of Los Lunas again.
That was a try again, and it didn't happen. Same play 3 times in a row. Maybe 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that was...
back to Ogus there.
They went back to Ogus, didn't get anything, and now the Green team trailing. They needed that stop because with less than a quarter to go, they got to get on the shoulder of their quarterback and receiving crew and everyone to try to mount a comeback here. Pass, that's a good looking ball down the left sideline, up for grabs and incomplete. Good throw though. Patrick Shea, the intended receiver for his quarterback on his team at Farmington.
Great defense by Chris Fox of Rio Rancho on that one.
Here's another outstanding defender. Red team with the lead, 14-7. Green. They still have plenty of time to mount a comeback, but they're deep in their own zone now. Furby will hand it off, going to the left side, running Ibarra. Ibarra gets across the 15, gets the first down, and gets all the way to the 20. Marco Ibarra out of St. Pius X High School in Albuquerque with the first down run of 15 yards.
I said I was waiting on an Ibarra big run. That's what the Green needed right there. Maybe get some momentum here.
And his longest of the year was 94 yards. He had 7 games of over 100 yards rushing, and that's going to be a good defensive play by the red team this time, as running the ball was the Green team. The pass was to Nathan Lopez, so no gain. Second down and 11, back to pass. Furby throws in the left flat, and that is incomplete, intended for Lopez again. Stumbled down on the play as he was guarded by Caven Colebrook out of Farmington. So Caven Colebrook on the coverage. Third down and 11.
It did look like Julian Holland of Centennial got in the backfield and put some pressure and actually had some contact with Furby on that pass. It looked a little wobbly.
Throw over the middle, that is tipped and incomplete. Fourth down.
With a pressure over out of high school.
So fourth down.
Fourth down and 11.
Pass away. That's a line drive kick that got good velocity inside the 40 to the 35. It keeps rolling, and Well, they kicked it at the 34.
He gave it a little love tap there.
Yeah. Didn't quite get that allowed, but hey, you get the A for effort for trying, right?
Can we count that as a stat?
Right? Exactly. First and 10 at the 34 for the Red. They lead the ball game 14-7 with 14 second quarter points. No scoring in this second half.
It was a nice little shot there of the band who has been playing all day, which is awesome to hear.
Yeah.
You normally don't get that in an All-Star game.
No, you don't. I think this might be the first All-Star game I've done. They were all a community that had a band.
Yeah, and cheerleaders.
That is just incomplete. Almost making the catch there was number 18 on the Red team, Diego Nunez out of Goddard. Once again, a guy who can get open. For a rushing team, I was impressed how many catches he was able to make simply because he got himself open.
Exactly. Normally, you talk about Goddard, you're thinking run the ball.
I saw games, and they didn't have their full allotment. They didn't have their quarterback. They didn't have their star running back who never came back, but they were down 2 running backs. They got their quarterback and running back the last few games and really turned it on offensively. But, you know, if you saw 3 passes in a game, you saw a lot, and they were all to him.
Yep.
So, I mean, that was cool.
It's a testament to why he's in this game.
Yep. Short run. As that is Braxton Hall out of Ruidoso. Third down and 7. 14-7 in favor of the Red team. Red and green all-star game here at the Wool Bowl in Roswell. Quarterback is Ayala. Ayala will flip a pass along the near side. That's good running room as that goes to Cameron Sowards. And the young man out of Mayfield showing off a little of his speed. So Sowards with a catch. Sowards on the little fake handoff and then little flip screen pass. 14-yard reception for Sowards as he gets his first catch of the ball game. Unfortunately, don't have numbers for Sowards. A lot of the Las Cruces schools don't do stats on Max Preps.
This is unfortunate, I think. I love when coaches do promote their players and put stats out there for them.
Well, that's what it does. It promotes the player. Keeper by Ayala, and he gets out of bounds along the near sideline. He'll be out of bounds at the 45. Four-yard pickup by Ayala.
To the 45-yard line, second down and 6.
Second down and 6. 14-7. Red team with the lead. Green team had the lead. 32-yard pass. Brandon Furby to Shea, his teammate at Farmington. 11:04 to go in the first quarter. Then 18-yard touchdown. Jose Montoya on the run. 5-yard run by Hunter Hamker. That's where we stand. Ayala, backed up pass, being rushed. Ayala being sacked. They mark him back at the 48. Just good defense there. One of the guys on the coverage, number 88, Rhodey Jacquez again.
Jacquez having a great day. He might be, you know, I am being impartial, but he's had about 4 sacks, tackles for losses.
No, and he's looked good doing it. I mean, it's not just, he gets his hand on the quarterback. He's been running them down.
And he wraps up really well.
Exactly, yes.
And then pile up number 88,
So very impressive player. Another sack. The green, there's a little flip pass that goes to the right side, as that is a catch by Cameron Sowards, and didn't quite get the hole he wanted as he got to about the 46. So 2-yard pass play.
Ball at the 45-yard line. Make that 4th down and 7. Ball at the 46.
Looks like Red is trying to use some of this clock, hold on to this 14-7 lead. We may be getting the first time out of the second half here. Yep.
So timeout is called on the field. We'll take a break here. Actually, we'll keep it right here. At Excel Energy, we're going carbon-free by 2050. We'll use the energy of the wind and the sun, but other things too. All kinds of energy, all the energy, belief, possibility, and you. Your energy supercharged by volts of optimism. You, us together for a carbon-free future. Excel Energy. And parents, are you looking for an opportunity for your student to achieve their higher education goals without breaking the bank? Then come visit Eastern New Mexico University, the most affordable university in New Mexico. With great scholarships available, ENMU is the choice for you and your student. Come visit ENMU today. Visit www.enmu.edu. Scott Coletti along with Josh Grenier, the athletic coordinator at Belen, and with NM Preps. Not often that I've had a commentator that actually has a player playing, so that's kind of cool.
Has to be one of the first there.
Kick will go inside the 20. It'll be down at around the 17. So the green team takes over, down 14-7, 7:17 to play. And we'll see if the green team can open things up here. First question, who do they have at quarterback?
Looks like Furby's going to be coming out there, so we may.
Yeah, I was wondering. We haven't seen him in a couple of series, so. Goes straight ahead, middle of the field, all the way out to the 25 by Furby. Had 37 carries, 133 yards, and 9 touchdowns during the season at Farmington. Led his team to the semifinals where they lost on the road to Artesia. They were the #1 seed. Flip throw on the near side, that is incomplete. Both defenses doing an outstanding job on pressuring the quarterbacks and just keeping everything tight in terms of what the offenses are able to do.
Yeah, I mean, especially this, and we've harped on it a little bit, but this red defense, it just, you know, for a guy like Furby who likes to pass the ball, it's hard to get the ball out.
Right. Furby, a little screen pass, and that goes to the left side, and that's a big loss.
And even when they do get it out, they still get them in the backfield.
Marco Ibarra was the man who made that catch, and he was brought down after a loss of 4. And again, just outstanding defense, outstanding anticipation by the defense.
Number 21 back to receive the kick.
And one thing that was neat that was just on the camera there on everybody is we talked about this a little bit, the decals of all the different teams on one helmet, which is really neat to see.
Right. Ball bounces, and it's going to be down officially at the 46. And the red team will take over with the lead 14-7, midway through the fourth and final quarter here. I say fourth and final. Of course, there could be overtime. I've seen overtimes here in the All-Star games before. It's rare, but it happens.
That'd be exciting, a little end to the football season this year.
There goes the band again. Like you said, the band has been playing relentlessly throughout these games. Six minutes to go in the fourth. And the handoff goes straight ahead. A good burst as that will go to about the 40-yard line. Aiden St. John. Haven't called his name in a while, but we've called his name a bunch here today. And St. John, a good run. First run of the second half, for that matter, had 4 carries, 29 yards unofficially in the first half. And a gain of 9, it looks like, on that one. 2nd and 1. He's capable of breaking one. Run off left end again, this time to Jose Montoya, who can also break one out of Mayfield. And he looks like he has the first down. Very close. They haven't signaled yet. Now they move the chains. First down for Montoya as he gets the 1-yard run. Just got enough, huh?
And that was a tough 1-yard line.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there was no gimme. 14-7, the red team with the lead and the ball. 5:10 counting down here in the fourth quarter. The 2021 New Mexico High School Coaches Association All-Star Game. Red and green game. No longer the north and the south. It's been a lot of fun today. We've seen some outstanding football. Almost getting a break right there was Montoya in the left flat. Almost broke it. He gets to the 29 for a good gain. So Montoya gains 8 on the play. I'm going to say it right now. You can see the difference in the physicality and just the physical shape of the players right after football season being in game shape as opposed to what we saw. Because the cuts are crisp. Everyone's, almost like they just had a bye week.
Exactly, and it's kind of a testament to this game. I mean, it's the format. Hopefully it stays like this because this is the perfect time to play a football game.
Another run for Montoya as he pushes his way inside the 25 to the 24 along the left numbers. So Montoya, a 5-yard game, will move the chains again for another first down. The red team trying to march down and get perhaps the dagger, if you will. They're up 14-7. Neither team has scored here in the second half, and the red team says, why not us? Braxton Hall out of Ruidoso with the run, and he's not going far as he gets to about the 24, which is the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, but it does keep the clock moving. 3:20 to go, counting down in the fourth quarter, 14-7 red.
And Red's going for the win. Usually in All-Star games, get as many touches out there. No, the Reds going for the win. They're going to waste some clock here and secure this 14-7 win.
Right. Oh, you're right about that. Second and 10 at the 24. They do the end around, and that's going to be a pass play, and that's going to be a pass to the quarterback, Ian Lopez. And Lopez will get out of bounds at the 9-yard line. By that razzle-dazzle, Braxton Hall throwing the pass to Lopez. Didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to run. I didn't know he was going to pass. So 9-yard pass, 1st and goal at the 9. Or 15-yard pass, that is.
Sorry, I think it's getting late for me now.
Yeah, I'm going by your writing, so thank you for the change on that. 1st and goal at the 9. Run straight ahead is Montoya, just inside the right hash mark, and he will get to about the 9, which is the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a cool moment for Ian Lopez. He's going to be able to look back and say, hey, not only did I throw some passes in the All-Star game, I also got a catch.
Yeah, he's full on the stat chart. He rushed the ball, he passed the ball. Now he's on the receiving end.
Timeout called here. I want to thank everyone involved here. Buster Mabry from the New Mexico High School Coach Association. Gary Bradley, his president this year. Judge Chavez, who's always fun to deal with. I've known him for a long time. He's a good friend. So got to see him last night. I didn't know he was coming down. Saw him as I was going next door to the Dairy Queen to get some ice cream. So there he was. So we talked for a while and saw him again this morning. And just the Clarion Hotel, Sallyport, for putting us up and the hospitality and all that good stuff. It's been just a marvelous event. And, of course, Tanner Todd, our producer on site and director, Gene Dow. Speaking of red and green, he's the one who provided dinner last night.
Yes, very good, too.
The run, that's not going to go for much. They faked the ball to Montoya, who looked like he would have scored had he gotten the ball, but they ended up getting Ian Lopez, the quarterback, and timeout called as Lopez, I think they're going to give him no gain again. But what it does is it moved the clock down to 2:13, forcing the green team to call a timeout. So the green team trailing 14-7. Again, in the first game, the small school game, we had a couple of young men from the school across the street, New Mexico Military Institute. Their high school team, which did well in the playoffs this year and went far.
Yeah, Nimi had a really good season this year. I know they started off really hot, and they got some wins that they normally don't get. But it was a very good football program this year. And
Nimi's junior college team is in the Final Four. They're the number 2 seed. They're at home in this stadium tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Time that you can check out online as well. They will be taking on Northwest Mississippi Community College, a team that had over 600 total yards in their last game. They average about almost 400, which so does Nimi. So it's going to be a matter of who can stop the other team, because both teams have physical defenses, but they both also have very, very prolific offenses.
Which is exciting for New Mexico, too, to have a team playing in the semifinals of a national championship tournament. And I believe this is the first national junior college playoff.
Yeah,
Good
and
ball.
the winner tomorrow.
Encroachment, defense. Third down again.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting as you saw that third down play. Is getting a little head start was, well, Rhodey Jacquez. First time we had a hiccup on his side, Coach.
Yeah. It's bound to happen. We're late in the game now.
Right. No, he's had a magnificent game, though. His timeout once again called. But, yeah, the thing about tomorrow is we have 2:13 to go on the game clock, 14-7 the red team with the lead over the green team in the large school game, New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star game. It's a situation where NIMI getting to that point, and the winner gets to go to Little Rock, Arkansas, and play in the venerable stadium in Little Rock, where University of New Mexico actually played. I think it was either Mike Loxley's second year they played there, but they, when he was the head coach, but they played there, and it was a marvelous atmosphere there. So it'll just be fun all the way around.
Yeah, it's so much excitement, too. I mean, there's some really good football here in New Mexico. And I know NIMI is led by a New Mexico quarterback from Volcano Vista, I believe.
Yes.
And he was an outstanding athlete at Volcano.
3rd and goal at the 5, rolling out, looking is Lopez. He's going to throw, and that is a flip into the end zone, and that is a touchdown. Completion, Seth Chavez. Centennial touchdown, red team. Four-yard touchdown. And you would think that'll put the game away, but never say never, as they say. Boot is up, and it is good by Christian Holguin out of Pewaukee. 2:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. It is 21-7 in favor of the red over the green. The 2021 New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Don't trust your vehicle with just anybody. Trust the pros at Bobcat Auto Services and Collision of Carlsbad. The knowledgeable staff will do what it takes to have you safely back on the road in no time. Bobcat Auto Services and Collision is your source for tires, rims, auto detailing, body and paint work, and the latest vehicle enhancements and accessories. See their work on Facebook under Bobcat Auto Services. Bobcat Auto Services and Collision, proudly serving all of Eddy County. Call 575-628-0010 or stop by 1400 San Jose Boulevard in Carlsbad.
Welcome back here to the Wool Bowl. Scott Galletti on hand, along with Josh Grenier, the athletic coordinator at Belen High School, and NM Preps. And Lopez, the 4-yard touchdown to Seth Chavez. Run back as it's bobbled. Look at that tackling, just pursuit galore. And again, yeah, they're playing hard in an all-star game because you never know who's watching. But the thing is, the speed is a little bit quicker than it was in the past in the summer because these guys are still, on the cusp of playing just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and after you graduate in May, you're usually, you take that time off. That freshman 15, when you hit to college, it starts a little early, especially if you're not going to go play at the next level. So the speed is usually not nearly as fast as it has been today.
No, on both games.
Yep.
I mean, it's been impressive, but the speed on both these teams off the chart because there's so many good players on the 6A and the 5A level that we're seeing it all in one.
Speed, power.
Yes, it's speed and power too, yes. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the green. And back to pass, now running is Boyd, and Boyd is going to be hit down. Another good defensive play there. This time by big number 72, Julian Holland out of Centennial, coached by Aaron Ocampo. 2-yard run by Boyd. He's back to pass. He's rolling. He's going to roll to the near side. Has running room along the near sidelines at the 35, all the way up to the 40. Diving down before being clipped down nicely by the red team's number 11, Luis Pando out of Artesia. First time I've called his name today, but I'll tell you what, when I saw the Goddard Artesia game, Pando came up with about 5 big defensive plays.
Wow, yes.
I mean, he's outstanding.
And it's great to hear more and more different players all throughout today, just from every corner.
Pass along the left side, and that's going to be a catch for short yardage. Catch was made by Dalton Spieth out of Sandia, fine receiver. Passing over the middle, and that is going to be a pick. Intercepted, coming back the other way, and quickly this could go as that is going to be down the left side. Spun around there was Ogus, and Ogus all the way inside the 10 to the 5. This guy's fun to watch. Eli Ogus. And we've seen him on offense. He's a defensive player. And the young man out of Las Cruces has had himself a game.
And going back to the format of the game, that's Dallas Boyd of Las Cruces throwing the interception to his teammate, Ogus, who takes it about 55 yards.
Yeah, go figure.
So, and it looked like Boyd actually got the tackle to save the touchdown there.
He said, hey, I've done it in practice a couple of times. I'll do it in the game.
So that was a little bulldog on bulldog.
Right. 14 seconds. They're going to go for the victory formation here maybe, or are they going to go for a play? No, they're going to take a play. They take the snap. It's going to be the big lumber going into the end zone. As that is Devin Dyer out of La Cueva getting a touchdown. Well, the jumbo package has a lot of power. Devin Dyer. So it's going to be a kick now coming from Christian Holguin of Poake. Comes with 8 seconds left. It's just a simple run by a guy who doesn't play offense.
That's both of the La Cueva.
Both of them, yes. Yeah, Hammaker and then Dyer doing the same thing. So Devin Dyer getting into the book, and now they can go down the course of time, and depending on how their careers go, they play at the next levels. They can one day get together and say, hey, remember when we both had touchdowns playing defense on offense?
That's the thing about this All-Star game, and which is neat is, I was expecting a little bit more trick plays today, being in an All-Star game, but right there, if we're going to take that, I love when I see some defense guys getting some love on offense.
Well, you were expecting to see a player from one team do something against the player of the other, and we saw that when Boyd threw the interception, and Ogus, his teammate in high school, got the pick.
Yep, and which is really neat about this, and we've had a great event too. I mean, I know in the past they were always worried about possibly some brawls or fights, and that have historically happened, and that is known. But this one has been a hard-fought game, but it's been
they've both been hard-fought game. A lot of hard, heavy hits, but all just good football plays, and it's been all in good fun. And when you got a guy from the same team as another guy who picks off a pass, there's going to be some ribbon there.
Oh yeah.
blocks. And here comes the run back as it's getting nasty here as they are throwing it all over the place. And on the near side, here comes Zach Thomas. And they're throwing it all over the place. It goes to Jonathan Fuentes. And now it goes back to Fuentes again. And that ends the ball game. What a weird way to end an enjoyable game. 28-7, the final score in favor of the red team here in the large school game, the red and green. 28-7. The green scored first and the red followed, and it's been just physicality. It's been a lot of fun. There was no scoring at all in the third quarter, and 14 points in the fourth. And the final score as they turn the scoreboard off here at Roswell's Independent School District Stadium, the Wool Bowl, 28-7 the final score. And, well, the score, it was 32-yard pass, Furby to Shea in the first quarter for the green. Then the red scoring, 18-yard touchdown. Montoya on the run, a 5-yard run by Hunter Hamker, a defensive player in the jumbo package from La Cueva. Then in the fourth quarter, 4-yard touchdown. Lopez got the touchdown as Ian Lopez got the pass to Seth Chavez from Centennial. And then 5-yard run by Devin Dyer, who is the defensive player also for La Cueva. So both defensive players, studs for La Cueva, get touchdowns on offensive plays for the red team. So we will come back with more in just a moment here. We'll close things out, final stats, and we'll say goodbye in just a moment. 28-7 to score, the final score. Red team over the green team. The New Mexico High School Coach Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Fellow New Mexicans, the Department of Workforce Solutions and the Workforce Connection Centers are your one-stop resource for a multitude of career and education-related benefits. Feel free to visit or call any of the centers around the state or connect with us online at dws.state.nm.us or at our new community-based site, Ready New Mexico. You can also call the Ready New Mexico hotline at 800-303-3599 to connect with the many resources available for employers such as recruitment and hiring assistance, hiring incentives, and programs to offset the cost of training. You can start an apprenticeship program, or let us help you facilitate trainings to onboard new staff or promote retention to strengthen your business. For our job seekers, our services include training and education assistance, career readiness, including resume preparation and soft skills and interview readiness, as well as guidance on turning a job fair into a career opportunity. New Mexico Workforce gives priority of service to our veterans, offering many services and promotes the Hire Vets First initiative. Are you a healthcare worker or an early childhood educator in search of a new opportunity? We've partnered with 46 different hospitals and medical centers across the state, and our early childhood education and care department has many internships and career opportunities available. If you are seeking assistance with tuition or a short-term credential, let our WIOA program help you. When an employer posts their position with us, we do all we can to promote and fill that position quickly. One way is by featuring your position on our weekly Hot Jobs video. And finally, for our job seekers who are eager to apply to one or more of the thousands of positions around the state, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, contact a center with the position number that you're interested in. Work with a career consultant to be referred, and then apply and follow up with that career consultant so that we can help you land the career of your dreams. Would you like to brush up on your skills? Please attend one of our resume, interview skills, or soft skills classes today. You can register online at dws.state.nm.us/workshops. Thank you, New Mexico. Together, we are workforce strong.
Welcome back here to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. The 2021 New Mexico Coach Association All-Star Games are in the books. And a big win for the red team here in the large school game against the green team, 28-7. And some quick stats. Scott Galletti along with Josh Grenier, the athletic coordinator at Belen High School and New Mexico Preps. And Brandon Furby had a touchdown in the first half. And Furby unofficially I don't think this is right, but anyway, Furby had a decent game, but had one touchdown, 2 interceptions today. And for the red team, it was Ian Lopez, 4 of 8, 62 yards, 4 of 5 for 65 yards for Daniel Ayala. And Seth Chavez had 3 catches, 24 yards and a score. Devin Rice had 2 catches, 72 yards, and Rice, normally a running back, running the ball. He only had 1 carry, 6 yards, and on the game, 8 carries, 85 yards, Jose Montoya. We didn't have the big offensive numbers that we had in the first game for both teams, and that's because I wish we had them. There were a lot of defensive plays.
Yes, it was a defensive-led game here. I thought it was going to be one of those offense ones. Furby and the Green moved the ball quick, scoring within under a minute when we got started here, and then it was all defense after that.
No, absolutely. So the final score once again, 28-7, the red team over the green team. Josh, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, it's a great time, Scott. I thank you and Gene and everybody a part of this production. It was a great event. We can say we were the first ones to call the red and green all-star game, which is amazing. And just a really great event and time here in Roswell.
No, and it's kind of funny that, I'm sure our paths will cross quite a few times down, coming up down the road. But, we're not that far down the road from Albuquerque and Belen. Here we are working in Roswell doing the game together.
Exactly. Hopefully we can get a game here in Belen.
No, that'd be cool. But, again, want to thank the entire crew. Tanner Todd, our producer-director on site. Gene Dow, our executive producer. And help from him doing our interviews yesterday. Buster Mabry, the New Mexico High School Coach Association, for lining up all the coaches' interviews. Want to thank all the coaches for their help. And Gary Bradley, the head coach. And want to thank everyone involved here. Head coach of Carlsbad, Gary Bradley. But want to thank everyone involved here inside the stadium as well. And for Josh Grenier, I'm Scott Galletti. Last time, the final score, red team 28, the green team 7. This has been the 2021 New Mexico High School Coaches Association All-Star Game on KSVPTV.com and Roswell's 106.5 FM, Roswell's Talk FM. Good night, all.
That concludes this broadcast of Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by ENMU Portales, the New Mexico Department of Workforce Connection, Excel Energy, Roswell Ford, Roswell Nissan, Roswell Honda, the University of New Mexico, and Bobcat Auto. Thanks for tuning in for this special broadcast from Pecos Valley Broadcasting. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.